All right, hello and welcome to day 6. It's live. So in this project, we are working towards our unit project here, which is to build a music video. A music video is going to involve both some sounds and some animations. And so in the last project, we worked on creating sounds and adding those to our projects. In this unit, or in this lesson, we're going to learn how to build animations. So your criteria for today's build is you must have a sprite that uses costume changes to simulate an action. You must include a repeat block that involves costume switches. You must have a reset option. You must include directions on how to use your program. And you need to create your own sprite and costume for it. So that's what you need to do in order to finish today's build. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys mine so you can see the pieces. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and build a program with you so that way you guys can see how to do this. So come into Scratch. All right, we're going to just create a sample project here. So the first thing you want to do to meet some of the criteria in here is you need a sprite that has costume changes. I would suggest looking through the sprites that are in here and picking a sprite that has some changes. My favorite is the walking bear. If you scroll over it, it will show you if it has animations by moving it. So right there you can see the bear looks like it's moving. That one has some animations to it. The bat's also pretty popular too, so you can see that it has some animations to it as well. So does the batter, right? So any sprite that has some movement to it is going to have some animations. Okay. Ben's a good one for kicking soccer balls as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to use my bear. Actually, I'll leave the bear walking because that one's a fun one for you guys. We'll do Avery walking. Okay, so now I have Avery on my screen. Okay, and the way we're going to build this is we are going to have a way to start this program. So I'm going to have her start on the space key. And then a couple things with this too, because I want her to walk across my screen, is I'm going to make sure that I also have my reset option. So your flag is always your reset option. And I'm going to have a go-to block where I want to start. I want her to start on this side of the room. So that way whenever I have her move over to this side, which I'm going to go ahead and put in there right now, she'll reset. So let me show you what that looks like. Press the green flag to start, press the space, and now she's moving. Now, in order for her to do some costume changes, I'm going to use this fun little button here called Next Costume. So I'm going to drag that out here. Okay. So Next Costume is one way to do this, but there's another way I'll show you in a second. So I'm going to have that. What I want that to do is I want that to start on the same time I am gliding. And so I'm going to go ahead and press the space. It's not finished yet, but I'll show you what this looks like. So you see that she changes her position. Because she changed what her costume was, I do need to add a costume that I want her to start with. So let's see, where do I want her to start? I think this one. So in the costumes, I'm going to do A as where she starts walking. So that way, whenever I press the flag, she starts back in that position. Now, so we saw that our costume change isn't working yet. So the last thing I want to put in here is a repeat block. So you have to play around with this to get this how you want. I always like 0.1 seconds when I'm testing stuff. So I'm going to do 0.1 seconds. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and see if this works. All right, we can see our timing's a little off a little bit. I might try resetting this to 6 because she was walking a little long. Oh, that was about perfect. How about that? And there we go. Now we have a costume switch going on. Okay. So a couple things that we also need to get in here. We need to have a reset option. So I've started building that right here. Any changes I make in my code, I just want to reset to the basic with the flag. And so there's my reset options. Okay. Include directions on how to use your program. So for this one, I'm going to add in a say, press the space bar to start. Okay. Right. And then create your own sprite and costume for it. So I'm actually going to let you guys play around with that, but I have directions on how to do all of this inside of the lesson resources. So So there's some stuff with including a reset option. And finally here, building your own animation. I have a YouTube tutorial on it. I also have you guys will see in my program, you'll see a bunny rabbit moving up and down, and I show you guys how I do that. But I'm going to go ahead and show it to you guys as well so you guys can see that. Lesson, there's my code. Okay, so this is another example for you guys to look at. I think it's in the green. Yeah, let's see inside. So, sprite 3, when the black drop stretches to blue sky. How do I get that? I know he'll tell me. There we go. All right. Click on me for a simple animation. Press 1 for the longer animation. So if I click on him, you can see that he's doing that. And if I press 1, you see the ears go up and down. So let me show you guys how I made that one. That one is right here. And so what you can see is I've made a bunch of costumes for him. And all I really do is I just made one costume and I just copied and pasted to move things down each time. So here I'll show you real quick with making costume 7. Control C, Control V. Nope, let's try that again. Press the plus, press the paint, Control V, all right? And then now I can just move things around to get the effect I want. And so you can see I just made a new costume by doing that. So I'm going to make one costume the way I want, and then I'm going to use Control C, Control V to make a new costume. So let's go ahead and delete that right now. Okay. So if I come over here to my code though for it, what I do is I just switch my costume, and I just pick which costume comes next, and I've got that in a forever block so that way it never stops. Anyway, I hope this helps you with your project. Feel free to come back and watch this if you need some more help with it, and I'll see you guys soon.